May month of Vesakha, or we can say Pali Vesakha, this Bodhisattva born in the Lung. And in the same day mean after 5 years after, but the same day in this Vesakha day, he attained to the fully enlightened one. And again, like this day, that means Vesakha day, our Buddha got the final cessation, or we can say Mahaparinibbāna, great final cessation. So what's the importance of this Buddha to the world? You know, Buddha is the only one to teach to the people to get rid of this suffering. Sometimes you may understand that we don't have suffering. We don't have any suffering, mental suffering or physical suffering. We don't have. But one day you suffer. You will suffer. So in the, I just go. What Buddha understood in the, you know, we are talking about Mahabodhi tree in Buddha Gaya, and under the Mahabodhi tree, Buddha, this Bodhisattva or the Siddhartha prince attained to the Sabbanyuta Jnana, or attained the Arahantship without a teacher. What Buddha understood at that time? Buddha understood 4 noble truths. 4 noble truths mean, you know, Dukkha Satcha, Samudaya Satcha, Nirodha Satcha, and Magga Satcha. What is the Dukkha Satcha? Dukkha Satcha is the noble truth of suffering. And what is the Samudaya Satcha? Noble truth of the cause for this suffering. And Nirodha Satcha, this is the cessation of this all Dukkha Satcha and the Samudaya Satcha Dhamma. That means cessation of this suffering. And other one is the Magga Satcha. Magga Satcha means the practice which leads to the cessation of this suffering. So that's the, those are the 4 noble truths. Well, how Buddha understood these 4 noble truths? You know, first noble truth is the Dukkha Satcha, noble truth of the noble truth of the suffering. So what is the Dukkha Satcha here? What is suffering? This suffering is actually your body and the mind. So in the body, what is called Buddha, it is what is called Rupakhanda. Or we can say this is the materiality aggregate. And in your mind, you have, according to the Buddha's teaching, you have 4 aggregate or 4 masses. 4 aggregate. So what are that aggregate? That the first aggregate of the mind, or we can say mentality, is the good word for than mind. Mentality, you have 4 aggregate. The first one is the Vedana aggregate, or we can say Vedana Khanda, that is the feeling aggregate. And then you have Sanya Khanda, this is the perception aggregate. And then you have another aggregate, Sankhara Khanda, that is the formation aggregate. And again you have Vijnana Khanda, that is the consciousness aggregate. So we have in the mentality of you have 4 aggregate, feeling aggregate, perception aggregate, and we have formation aggregate as well as consciousness aggregate. So here in the mentality, you have 4 aggregate, and your physical body is the material aggregate. So that is therefore how many aggregates? You have 5 aggregates. These 5 aggregates are suffering. Why? How you can get the suffering? Your physical body, many different ways you can get the suffering. For example, like mosquito bite, not only mosquito bite, the other animal, oh, the trouble from the other animal, for example, um, snakes and something like that, or even the any trouble from the other animal. Again, you have, if you somebody shoot you, what happened? And if some blast thing happened, what happened to you? Anyway, not only that, in the case of diseases, if when you get sick, what happened to your body? It become very weak, and you're suffering pain, weak, and aches. So you're suffering in the body level. That is the materiality aggregate. And then another aggregate is the feeling aggregate, that is it is included in the mentality. So in the mentality, you have feeling. Feeling means, what is the feeling. So feeling, if you get a painful feeling, so then you get suffering. And sometimes if you get the and again, the sanya aggregate, or we can say perception aggregate. So because of this feeling aggregate also, perception gives another wrong ideas to you. So therefore, you get, if the perception give wrong idea for you, every time this perception gives the wrong idea for you. And therefore, this perception also, then based on that, you might do something wrong. So therefore you suffer. In the same way, formation aggregate also, and then your consciousness aggregate also, always suffering, always suffer. But sometimes you may feel little happy, but it is for little time only. Always you may feel suffering only. So if you understood, what Buddha understood of these five aggregate as suffering, if you know this Dhamma, like five aggregate and or five panchakhanda, five aggregate, and the cause of five aggregate, and how it can be cease these five aggregate, and then what is the path to go to cessation of this suffering. You need to attain to the Paramatta level. Paramatta level means ultimate materiality and ultimate mentality. Buddha went in this way. Bodhisattva went in this way and attained to the Buddhahood. So what is this Paramatta level? This Paramatta level, actually, Paramatta means ultimate level. So what is this ultimate level? Your body is made up of many, basically 28 types of materiality. Different 28 types of materiality. For example, earth element, fire element, water element, and wind element. Not only that, another 24 elements, or we can say materiality. For example, in your eye, you have eye sensitivity, or we can say eye translucency. So, and again, in your ear, you have another sensitivity, what is called ear sensitivity. Like that, you have many materiality, and you have again sex materiality. It actually confirm your sex, and then another materiality in your heart. What is the materiality which depends on your mind depends on the heart based materiality, that is in deep inside in your heart. Like in the left ventricle, you have another materiality, another special materiality, that is what is called heart materiality. Heart material, on the heart materiality, we have many multiple heart materiality, not only one. So based on that multiple heart materiality, your mind rests on, or your mind depends on that materiality. So we have basically, and again you have the what called nutriment element, or we can say nutritive essence in your body. So the all materiality, 28 kinds of materiality. I'm not going to in details this thing because we don't have time. Um, basically you need to understand 28 types of materiality Buddha has mentioned, because finding out only Buddha understood this type of materiality are there, and then he introduced us also. He taught us. As well as you have in this materiality, you have karma born materiality. That means from your karma, from your past karma, past karma, you have there arise materiality in your body. For example, your eye sensitivity is karma born, ear sensitivity is karma born, nose sensitivity is karma born. Uh, Again, tongue sensitivity, body sensitivity, heart materiality, your sex materiality, all are karma born. And again, the one materiality what is called tejo, right? Tejo means the fire element. The special fire element is there to digest your food. That is what is called in English, that is the digestive heat. But in Pali, it is what is called pachaka tejo. Like that, you have karma born materiality, as well as in your deep inside heart, your mind produce materiality. That is what's called mind born materiality. And again, you have your whatever the food you took to the stomach, that food produce another type of materiality, what is called aharaja rupa, or we can say that is the we can say that is the uh, nutriment born materiality. And again, one materiality is there, one kind of materiality, that is the tejo rupa, or that temperature element. Temperature element means actually, yeah, that is based on the temperature in the body. Temperature element. For example, you have Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu, or earth element, water element, fire element, wind element. This fire element uh, has unique ability to produce another materiality. That is what is called Tejo Rupa, or we can say temperature born materiality. So therefore, basically, you have four types of materiality: karma born, mind born, and temperature born, and nutriment born. So all those materiality, materiality are all, these are the ultimate materiality. These materiality are always arise, always pass away. Always arise, always pass away very, very quickly. You need to see Buddha, all these things Buddha understood, and we also, and Buddha understood, and Buddha gave the path, the same path to us. If the Buddha saw this thing in related to the get rid of the suffering, we also want to do. We never have another path, or Buddha has not given another path to us to progress. So therefore, if Buddha understood what is this materiality aggregate, or we can say that the physical body, how physical body composed of, if Buddhas saw this by way of the meditation, we also want to see. So therefore, these materiality, you just want to understand this materiality, the features of this materiality. These materiality are very actually this materiality, the the last materiality, what is called our body made up of, it is the rupa kalapa, or we can say this is the subatomic particles. So these subatomic particles, those are very, very small. like a pinpoint, only seen by your meditation mind. You can't see by your eye. So those Rupakalapa is not the ultimate materiality. You want to see this, you want to understand this thing. Rupakalapa, we basically have three types of Rupakalapa. 8 kind of materiality, that is what is called Attamaka Kalapa. That means Attamaka Kalapa means 8 group of materiality. Group of 8. Materiality that consists of group of 8. And another materiality, 9 types of materiality. That is what is called Navaka Kalapa. 9 types of materiality you have. And you have 10 types of materiality. For example, now in the case of 8 types of materiality, you have this ultimate materiality, earth element, water element, fire element, wind element, and then you have color, order, flavor, and nutritive essence. So those are the ultimate materiality in one Rupa Kalapa. Every Rupa Kalapa, these 8 types of materiality are common. The other 9 types of materiality, you have another materiality. Another materiality means another extra one materiality, that is what's called Jivitindriya. So Jivitindriya means that is actually regarding to the karma born materiality only. Based on your karma, there arise Jivitindriya, life faculty. This life faculty gives the life to that special Rupa Kalapa, or we can say that subatomic particles. Those subatomic particles, if they are karma born, this you have life materiality or life faculty. That is what's called Jivitindriya in Pali. And for example, again, you have 10 types of materiality, 10 group of 10. That is what's called Dasaka Kalapa. For example, in your eye, you have Chakku Dasaka Kalapa, or we can say those are the Chakku Dasaka Kalapa mean these are the decade Kalapa, right? Decade Kalapa. These decade Kalapa you have in Chakku, or the eye decade Kalapa, right? Eye decade materiality, you have 10 types of materiality. I told that that Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, Vanna, Gandha, Rasa, Oja. That means earth element, wind element, earth element, water element, fire element, wind element, Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo. Then Vanna mean the color, Gandha mean the order, and then Rasa is the flavor, and you have lastly nutritive essence, that is the Oja, what is called nutritive essence. So those 8 kind of materiality are very common to all kinds of Rupa Kalapa. Now why this Rupa Kalapa? Why we Buddha tell this Kalapa? Kalapa means you need to understand this materiality. One materiality cannot exist alone. This is very important in this Dhamma. This one materiality or one mentality never arise alone. So for example, now, all are having group only. All can exist group only. So keep in mind this thing. And you know, so those are the if you understood this thing as in the meditation, actually understand mean you want to see this as if seen by the eye, like you need to see. But how you want to see this thing? If you have, when you close your eye, if you cannot see anything, because you may feel some, when you close the eye, you may see some darkness. So in the darkness, you can't see anything. So to see this ultimate materiality, or even in the mentality, you need to have a good light. So basically, you need to produce good light. That is mind born, right? Mind born. That light must be mind born. That mind born light you need to produce. You must produce this light. So Buddha said in this what is called the sutta. One sutta is Anguttara Nikaya. You have in the 4th Nipāta, or we can say that is the Chatukka Nipāta. You have one sutta, Abha Sutta. Abha Sutta Buddha said that there are 4 types of uh, shine thing or blazing thing. What are they? The one is moonlight, sunlight, and the firelight, and other light is, Buddha said, Panya Loka. Right? Panya Loka. Buddha says Surya Loka, Chanda Loka, Aggi Aloka, and Buddha said the last one is the Panya Loka. So Buddha said, out of these Panya Loka means wisdom, the light of wisdom. You know, other three lights: moonlight, sunlight, and the firelight, light of the fire. The last one is the light of wisdom, Panya Loka, or Jnana Loka. Buddha also tell to this. So Buddha tell to the people, or the meditator, or to the listeners, to his listeners, this out of these 4 lights, your Panya Loka is the best light. You want to produce this light, otherwise you can see your materiality or your mentality. Without seeing your materiality or the mentality, as well as and their causes, right? What are the causes of this materiality and mentality? You cannot get rid of your suffering state. So basically, you need to produce good light. So again, your mentality also. What are the mentality? You have mind and the mental factor. For example, if there arise a mind, let's say now you are hearing my voice and I'm giving to you to a Dhamma talk or a good thing, and there arise in your ear, there arise one mindset, what is called ear, that is the ear consciousness. But that ear consciousness just understands that this is the sound only. Ear consciousness understands the sounds only. So, but when it goes to when it taken by the mind only in the heart, right? Mind in the heart only. Mind can understand what is the sound, the whole sound, what is the content of this sound. Everything mind only can understand. Mind in the heart only can understand. Here also you have mind, that mind cannot understand anything. In the heart you have mind, there arise mind, not only one mind. That is that mind only you understood very clearly which sound, what quality of sound, whose sound, like that, everything. What sound mean, what quality of sound mean, is that sound is good or bad, or that sound gives to you like a hated object, or some lustful object, or some wisdom object, or uh, any type of understanding totally done by the minds arise in the heart only. I will tell those everything in near future. I mean, more details, but you just understand in this way. Again, this mentality. So, if they arise mind, for example, in your ear, in your ear, there arise ear consciousness. So this consciousness never arise alone. You need to keep this mind very clearly. So what is this mind in the ear consciousness? When I am talking in this way, and you're listening and you hear something, some sound. So that sounds basically they arise in your ear. This ear consciousness is not only one thing. Ear consciousness is one materiality, and you have, again, there are 7 mental factor, right? There are 7 mental factor. For example, passa. Passa means the contact means it contacts with the object, right? In the usually when the mind arises, in mind and mental factors usually surrounds your object. Whatever the object, every mentality mean mind and the mental factor, they surrounds the object, right? So this passa. So what is the 7 types of mentality? I will tell Pali and then English. Passa, Vedana, Sanya, Chetana, Ekaggata, Jivitindriya, Manasikara. Those are the 7 types of mental factor which arises with the ear consciousness. So what is the passa? Mean the contact, right? Contact with the object. Object mean the sound here. And then Vedana, this is the feeling. It feels this subject, but cannot understand what kind of object, right? And passa, vedana, sanya. The other one is sanya. Sanya means the perception mental factor. It percept only, right? It percept what kind of object. And then passa, vedana, sanya, chetana. Chetana is the volition. And then again, passa, vedana, sanya, chetana, ekaggata. Ekaggata means one-pointedness. One-pointedness means it always gives the one, it accumulates to the center of the object. So that is what's called one-pointedness. This is the ekaggata. Then passa, vedana, sanya, chetana, ekaggata. The other one is jivitindriya. This is the jivitindriya in the mind regarding the mentality. So you have jivitindriya in the materiality also. That is karma born materiality. You have jivitindriya. Here also you have jivitindriya. In every mindset, for example, we can say mind movement. In every mind movement, you have jivitindriya. Jivitindriya means life faculty. It gives the life for the other mentality. And then you have, lastly, you have manasikara, right? Manasikara means attention towards the object. So these mental factor, as well as your mind in the ear consciousness, bends towards the object. Always it bends towards the object. Every mind, they arise in the heart or other bases. For example, you have eye base, ear base, your tongue base, body base, and then your nose base, in the heart base, or we can say like that. Any mind, there arise, all mentality bends towards the object. So this is what's called Namana Lakkana in Pali. Namana Lakkana. So therefore, because they all mind and the mental factor bends towards the object. So Namana Lakkana, therefore Buddha said these mentality, what's called Nama. Nama means the mentality. Why? It bends towards the object. And the other, why Buddha called to your physical body is super, because if Buddha says rupa, those are the ultimate materiality, right? Ultimate materiality. So this ultimate materiality, what is called Rupana Lakkana. Rupana Lakkana means it changed by the heat, cold, and the poison or chemical or something like that. It changed. For example, when the fire touched your body, what happened? Change the body. So like that, that is what's called Rupana Lakkana. Therefore Buddha said to the materiality or your physical body, what's called Rupa. Because of the Rupana Lakkana. Rupana, that means the changing characteristic. And Namana Lakkana means bending characteristic. Therefore, mentality what is called Nama, and the materiality what is called Rupa. So again, you have, I want to tell in this session, you have 52 types of mental factor, right? 52 types of mental factor. For example, now you are listening me, and if you don't have saddha means the devotion towards the Buddha's Dhamma, or we can say just faith or confidence towards the Buddha's Dhamma. So you can't hear this Dhamma and you can sit in front of your media, and why you don't have saddha? If you have saddha, only you can hear. So saddha is one mental factor. And again, if you don't have wisdom or insight, like karma and karma pala, or karma and their results, or even if you do good thing will happen to you. If you do bad thing happen to you. Like that, if you don't have such type of knowledge, then you don't have wisdom. Now actually you have wisdom, a wisdom mental factor. As well as now virya mean the effort or the energy mental factor. If you don't have energy mental factor, you can't sit. So now there arises energy mental factor also. So I'm just told this thing again. You have piti mental factor. Piti means this is the joy in your mind. Because if you don't have joy, you can't listen to Dhamma and you can practice Dhamma. So piti mental factor is also there. And then again, Vedana mental factor. For example, now you feel, sometimes you feel Sukha Vedana or the pleasant feeling. Why you feel pleasant feeling? You are learning the Buddha Dhamma. You are learning the one and only path. So therefore, this is there arise feeling mental factor also. That means there usually if such type of while hearing Dhamma talk or while doing good thing, there arise at least 33 mental factors. I cannot say everything because we don't have time, because I start this lesson with late. So therefore, there arise 33 mental factor basically. The good, if you have good mindset, and these 33 minds, 33 mental factor to the wholesome, basically wholesome um, consciousness only. Then these mental factor always associate with the mind and arise and bending to the object. And but you have 52 mental factor, right? 52 mental factor. That means this 52 mental factor never goes to one mind movement. One mind movement. So the one mind movement means mental factors and the mind, what is called one mind and the object, right? Object around which you have mind and the mental factor, that is what is called mind movement. These mind movement usually uh, they are in the mental process or chitta viti. Mental process only these mind movements are there. But some mind movements, basically three mind movements, no, not associated with your mental process. For example, your patisandhi mind. Patisandhi mind means birth linking mind movement. They are not arise with the that not happen in the chitta viti or the mental process. And then again, your Bhavanga mind means your life continuum. That also not associated with the mental process. And the other one is the Chutti mind, that is the death linking mind moment. That death linking mind moment also not in the Chittaviti, or we can say not in the mental processes, thought processes. It never associated with the thought process. It comes only, or it arises only with the karmic power. Whatever your karmic power you accumulate in the past life, that gives the power to arise this patisandhi or the birth linking mind movement, and then life faculty, that is what's called bhavanga, life continuum, that is what's called bhavanga, and the chuti chitta or the chuti mind, that is the death linking mind movements. So those mind movements are not in the we can say thought processes. Other all minds are in the thought processes. For example, now you are hearing Dhamma, good thing. There in your mind there arise one good mind movement. One good mind movement means this is the mind movement. Somanasa sahagata jnana sampayukta sasankarika minds. Right? Sasankarika chitta. What is the meaning? Somana Sagata means this mind, whatever the mind now they arise in your heart base. This is the uh, associated with piti or the joy mental factor, associated with the happiness. We can say associated with the happiness and accompanied by the wisdom. Right? Associated with the happiness, the mind associated with the happiness, accompanied by the wisdom, and this is prompted sometimes. Prompted means if somebody prompt you, like Vinaya, Billy, this Billy, that then Dr. Shita, Mr. Pankaj, prompt them. If influence something, some in some way to you to hear this Dhamma, that is prompted, and sometimes non-prompted. You hear, I want to hear this Dhamma, like, oh, I want to do this kusala kamma, like that. There arise this type of mindsets also. So that is what's called asankarika. Right? If not prompted, it is asankarika. If prompted, it is asankarika. Anyway, we have such type of different mindsets, or we can say different minds. How many? Buddha said basically 89 types of minds, right? 89 type of mind. So sometimes Buddha said in detailed method 121 mindset, right? Now anyway, you need to all these mind also they are never arise alone. Mind always associated with the mental factor as well as it bends towards the object. So basically, mind arises with the object and the mental factor and the mind. So those mind also in the mind movement, now you have mental processes. That means one mind arise and then taking the object, and then other mind arise taking the object, and the other mentality, mind and mental factor mean the mentality, and other mentality arise taking the object, like that. Whatever the what called consciousness, the natural law of consciousness you have, right? Natural law of consciousness that is only can find out by the Buddha, right? Only can be found out by the Buddha, this law, the consciousness law, natural law of the consciousness. According to the natural law of the consciousness, there arises mental processes. These mental processes only you have mind movements. So then those mind movements are always arise, always pass away. Always arise, always pass away very, very quickly. You need to see this thing in your meditation. So therefore, not as a mental mind movement. If you see the mind movement, that is not the ultimate level. If you see the mind and the other all different types of mental factor, that is the ultimate level. Right? 52 types of mental factor, if you see, that is the ultimate level. If you see 89 types of minds, that is the ultimate level. So those minds also, now they arise, always pass away, and those minds again, mind never arise alone, right? Materiality also never arise alone. Those all are common features. Again, you have this all materiality and mentality. You have three phases. What's called Uppada, Titi, and Bhanga. Uppada means the arising phase of this mind movement, arising phase of this rupa kalapa, or arising phase of this materiality, arising phase of this mentality. And then again you have a titi, standing phase. Standing phase means there arise mind and then it stands for a while and then break down, or fall down, or vanish, or disappear, or we can say cease. So that is what is called Bhanga. So then you have arising phase, standing phase, and ceasing phase, or we can say passing away phase. So basically, every mind and the mental factor, as well as the rupa or the materiality, they have three phases: Upada, Titi, Bhanga, rising, standing, and the ceasing phase. Again, another common feature of this materiality and the mentality are those are the important fact in this meditation as well as this Dhamma. So those materiality, materiality and mentality have very unique features. So that is what's called Sabhav Lakkhana, or we can say natural features. So according to the natural features only we can understand what is that, right? For example, when you see in the Rupa Kalapa, the subatomic particles, if you see the Pathavi element or the earth element, or Patavi Dhatu, right? Patavi Dhatu, that is what's called earth element. If you see this earth element, that has a special unique feature. What is that? That has hardness, roughness, heaviness, basically. So based on that only you can understand, you can see and understand this is the Patavi element or this is the earth element, like that. And again, if you see, if you go to the passa means it contacts the object. In the mind and the mental factor, you have passa, or the mind movement, you have passa, contact mental factor. So what does how it can understand Pusana Lakkana? What is the Pusana Lakkana mean? It touches the object, right? Touching the characteristic is the touching the object, right? So when you see the object and the mind and the mental factor by way of your light, right? Buddha said jnana loka is the best dawn, right? Not the moonlight, not the sunlight, not the agni light or the firelight. Jnana loka is the best dawn. So through the jnana loka, that means you want to produce light, right? Through the jnana loka, only you can see this mind and the mental factor as well as the object. Not only that, you can see every materiality. So based on based on this jnana loka or the light of wisdom. Now you need to understand these things. Basically, that's why I go to there, and then again this. So therefore, again I will tell these mentality and materiality having always arise, always pass away very very quickly. That is the first one. The other one, they all have three phases: upada, titi, bhanga, arising, standing, and ceasing phase. And then this materiality and mentality never arise alone, always associated with the other mentality and other materiality. And again, all this materiality and the mentality have uh, natural features, right? Natural features. And again, this materiality and mentality has uh, general features. What are the general features? So that means common features, common to all materiality and mentality. What are they? Those materiality and mentality are always arise, always pass away. So therefore, they are impermanence. So therefore, the one general feature is impermanence. So we can say though all materiality and mentality are having impermanence feature. That is the thing, impermanence. And uh, and then again, though always arise, always pass away, impermanence. Oh, therefore it is what's called. Then if something always arise, always pass away, then the suffering comes, right? Suffering comes. So therefore, these materiality and mentality, another common feature or the general feature is the suffering, dukkha. Impermanence, what is called anicca. This is the suffering, is the dukkha. And then if you see all materiality and mentality always arise, always pass away, want to see through the light. So that is what, again, you can understand then if we believe that we have like self or soul or something like that, atta, we don't have atta while practicing this meditation. Why? You see by your meditation mind as it's seen by your eye, there is no any essence, right? No any essence like being, living being or person. So therefore, this is anatta, no atta, or we can say non-solved feature, right? That is also common feature. And again, another one feature, all materiality and mentality, uh, they have what called causes to arise, right? Causes to arise. They never arise without causes, right? Never arise. So you need to understand these are the very common features of all ultimate materiality and mentality. The features of the ultimate mentality and the materiality. Then, if you see this whole mentality and materiality in your body and the mind, that means in your in your physical body as well as your mind. If you see the ultimate materiality by way of your life, that is actually what is called Buddha. Buddha also did this thing, and that is the dukkha satcha dhamma, finding of dukkha satcha dhamma, right? Finding out of dukkha satcha dhamma. So they, for example, if you find out this dukkha satcha dhamma only, and if you like do the yeah, if you understood this dukkha satcha dhamma, it is not enough to attain to the Nibbāna, or it's not enough to get rid of your suffering. So Buddha said, not so therefore the causes of this dukkha satcha dhamma, or causes of your five aggregate, want to find out. So where is the cause of your dukkha satcha dhamma, or the five aggregate? That causes are in your past life. In your past life. For example, now you are a human being. You have good life. Why is that somebody having not good life? Even I know this group. You have many Indian devotees, but Indian devotees sometimes have much more good life than the Native American. Right? Why is that? This is the thing, because this is the karmic effect. Karmic effect. If you do kusala karma in your past life, this is your result. Right? For example, how many homeless in America? Right? So why they became homeless? Sometimes no any Indian as homeless in America. Even they have citizenship. What's the meaning? What's the reason? Because that is the karmic effect. So why what is the cause for this karmic effect? Because you in your past life you have done good thing, right? You have given dana. Dana means you have given donation to the people who don't have something, and you do some another kusala karma. For example, if you protect your sila or the morality, that is also kusala karma. And if you give dana, that is also kusala karma. Dana means the donation, or the, yeah, we can say charity. And then again, if you did in the past life, like pay respect to the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha, like that, that is also kusala karma. If you meditate, real meditation, if you do real meditation like samatha meditation, tranquility meditation, that tranquility meditation will help you to produce that light, jnana loka. What Buddha said in the Abha Sutta, jnana loka, that jnana loka, to produce this jnana loka, your past karma is very helpful. So, in the same way, if you do some good thing, that's why you have good life in this very you have good thing in this very life. So, for example, now what are the causes of this five aggregate? We need to understand the first thing before I go forward of this. What is the one and only path towards Nibbāna? Because without this understanding, you can't understand what is the Nibbāna and what is the path towards the Nibbāna. So that therefore, as a base only, I am telling this thing. So, like now you know you having good life, and now what is the cause? The cause, good or bad life, right? If you have good or bad life, there are causes in the past life. In the usually first past life, even though you believe or not the birth and the birth and the death and rebirth, like cycle, but you definitely have according to the Buddha's teaching, right? Anyway, what are the causes of this five aggregate? Buddha said five causes. There are five causes to arise this five aggregate, present aggregate. What are they? Avijja, ignorance, or we can say delusion, illusion, or some another name also. Avijja, and then tanha, craving. Other one is the upadana, clinging. Other one is sankhara, formation. And then other one is the kamma. Kamma means karmic power. Karmic power. So basically how many? Avijja, tanha, upadana, sankhara, and karma. That means ignorance, craving, clinging, formation, and the karmic power. So those are the causes. What is avijja? Buddha said avijja is the, in this way Buddha explain avijja in many suttas. Dukkhe ajnanam, dukkha samudaya ajnanam, dukkha nirodhe ajnanam, dukkha nirodha gamini patipadaya ajnanam. So that means without knowing the dukkha satya, that is avijja. Without knowing samudaya satya, the cause of this dukkha satya or the cause of suffering, that is avijja. Without knowing the nirodha satya, that means Nibbāna. If you see Nibbāna in Arahant path knowledge, Arahant path knowledge means highest knowledge you can accumulate in this Dhamma, that is the Arahant path knowledge. So if you attain Arahant path knowledge by taking the Nibbāna as the object, you never you never expect another birth in future. And then the other one is, what is the avijja? So then dukkha ajnanam, dukkha samudaya ajnanam, dukkha nirodha ajnanam, dukkha nirodha gamini patipadaya ajnanam. That means if you don't know the practice which leads to the Nibbāna, the way to realize the Nibbāna, if you do not know this practice, so that is what is called avijja, right? Avijja, ignorance. So what is this avijja? That means how this avijja affect you? That means if you didn't attain arahantship by taking the Nibbāna as an object, as the object, if you didn't attain to the arahantship, that means for the arahant knows that, oh, this mentality and materiality are nothing. Always arise, always pass away, and there is no other like thing, soul or something like that, self or something like that. No, not having, every time suffering, and therefore he never want to wish another life. But if we didn't see the Nibbāna by the Arahant path knowledge in our past life, so therefore we just wish to have another life, right? Another life. For example, let's say now you did the kusala kamma in your past life, and then you just based on this kusala kamma and based on this avijja, that means moha, or we can say that is the delusion or illusion or the ignorance. Based on this ignorance, you actually now you want to you have done the kusala kamma, and then you need to have another good life. For example, doing kusala kamma, you just wished that I want to be a human in the next life, like that, right? So that is the avijja. Because why? Human is nothing. And then I explained this human is the mentality and materiality, they always arise, always pass away, so therefore not. No other like thing, soul like thing. Suffering body and the mental factors, mind and only. So that is the avijja. Because without human, there is no called human. We just that is our we named, like this is the human, this is the animal, like that we named. This is the mountain, this is the sea or the ocean, this is the house, like we named. So that is the, therefore, actually no human, even no Deva also. Deva also nothing, only mentality and materiality arising and passing away. And then Brahma also, no Brahma. No Brahma, they are also mentality and materiality. Some Brahma has only mentality, some Brahma has both. So therefore, whenever even the animal and the ghost, then the demon as well as the hell beings are nothing. Always they are having mentality and materiality only, arise and pass away very, very quickly. So therefore, they are not the beings. So therefore, without seeing this dukkha satya dhamma or the Four Noble Truth in the past life, based on avijja, we just think about to reborn as a human being in this very life also. So therefore, we just reborn because of karma, right? Why this karma? So now, for example, now what is avijja? You know avijja. That if there exists not something, and then we just we wished, or we get the aspiration to become to that one or that thing. So that is the avijja. In the case of if you attach to this human life, for, you did the kusala karma in the past life, and then you want to wish I will be a human life, right? Human, I will be a human, man or men, man or the women, uh, man or the woman, or whatever the beings, right? So then now you are a human being, so therefore I'm talking about the human. So I will be a human, right? So then doing kusala karma only, right? Doing kusala karma. Let's say like doing kusala karma, you want to wish you want to wish this thing. I want to be a human after my death. Then what happened? This first attachment to that human life, it's what is called tanha, craving. First attachment. And then again and again, while doing another kusala karma or same kusala karma, reflecting on that same kusala karma or reviving that same kusala karma, you want to be a human life, or you want to be a man or woman. So therefore, what happened now? You cling towards that human life. So basically, you develop their ignorance, avijja first. Based on avijja, the first attachment to the human life is the tanha, craving, and then again and again attachment, right? Again and again attachment to that same life. That is what's called clinging, upadana. So those are the three causes to arise this life. Not only that, what are the but in the last object, right? In the last object, in the case of past life, you have last object. To the last object only, there arise mentality and materiality to the last object, and then that is what is called maranasanna chittaviti, right? Maranasanna chittaviti. I will show this to you in this. Dr. Shita produced to you two slides to the Maranasanna Chittaviti. So then Maranasanna Chittaviti, that means you want to take some good object to become a human or Deva or Brahma. If you take the bad object, like if you kill somebody or if you did the bad thing in past life, then if you catch those things, you never arise as a human being or Deva or the Brahma. So you definitely been four woeful states. For example, animal, ghost, demon, or the helping. Now, you did the kusala karma. So this kusala karma, you have power, you kusala karma. That kusala karma means there arose kusala mind. In the past life, there arose kusala mind. That kusala mind has object and mind, kusala mind, and the mental factor. Basically, to the kusala mind, I told you 33 mental factors coming and one mind, right? 33 or 34 maybe, right? Maybe 31 also, 32 also. I'm telling the middle thing, 33, let's say 33, right? 33 mental factor, and the mind, you have how many power? 34 power, right? 34. Your mind, whatever the kusala karma you did there, that is your mind and the mental factor. I'm telling that this is maybe 34, right? 34, 33 mental factor as well as 30 mind, right? Mind with the mind. So therefore 34. This 34 is the sankhara. What is this mental factor and the mind are the sankhara. But this sankhara, mind movement, they are arose taking that object and ceased. No, now you don't have that mindset, right? Because I told mind arise as soon as it arises, it ceases. So therefore you don't have. But now that 34 mentality and mentality, that is the sankhara, now you don't have sankhara in the mind movement, but this sankhara keeps your karmic power, right? Or this sankhara left the karmic power. So this karmic power exists. You don't ask where this karmic power exists, because there is a Buddha said to the people, don't try to find out this karmic power where, because it is the Buddha's scope, right? It is the Buddha's scope to see this thing. And but in the meditation you can see, if you see this 34 types of sankhara, you can see karmic power also. But where it's stored or something like that, you don't need to search. Anyway, now you have avijja, tanha, upadana, sankhara. Sankhara means whatever the karmic karma, whatever the karma you did there, they are in the first life. And then karmic power. So this karmic power, when you are about to death or verge of death, this karmic power only gives your mother's womb as a conception, right? That is what is called patisandhi. Okay, let's see that slide, Vinaya. That maybe last one.
Yes, Bhantiji.
Yeah. Okay. If you are seeing that, I can explain.
Yes, Bhantiji. Go ahead.
Yeah. So did you see that? Now you are seeing Maranasanna Chittaviti.
Yes. Yes, Bhantiji. Yeah.
Okay. I will explain. So now the last mental process in the first past life. A very important this thing. What is called in Pali Maranasanna Chittaviti. The term below, that is the Maranasanna Chittaviti, is the last mental process in the first past life. So now you have your Bhavanga mindset, life continuum in the first past life, right? In the first past life, you have Bhavanga mind movement. Then you have Mano Dwara, then there arise mindset or mind, one mind, what is called Mano Dwara Vajjana, based on your heart base, mind or adverting consciousness takes the last object. That takes the last object. You can see as a black, it takes the last object. It takes the last object. And then this is the mind-o adverting consciousness in English, right? Mind-o adverting consciousness. Mind-o advert something, some object. So there arise consciousness thereafter. And then this same object takes by your Javana mind movement, first impulsion. There arise 5 Javana, right? 5 Javana. Javana 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like you can see 5 Javana. So this is also mind movement, right? Javana mind movement. That Javana mind movement, let's say this is the good object, like you are reborn as a human being, and then you had a good object. For example, let's say now you are giving something to the poor people, or some kusala karma, you will catch some kusala karma, you pay respect to the Buddha by bowing down, right? Or worshipping, you pay respect to the Buddha. Okay, now that object comes to your mind at the verge of death. So that object taken by the Manodvara Vajjana, not the Bhavanga, because Bhavanga has another object, right? Another object, the second past life, right? In the second past life, first past life, this is the first past life. So first past life, you have taken another good object or bad object from the second past life, right? Second past life. So this Bhavanga comes because of this karmic power to your first past life. Okay, and then now what happened? This same object, the worshipping to the Buddha object, you take your Javana mind movement, first Javana mind movement. That is what is called first impulsion. Impulsion means these are very quickly arise and pass. So same object, taking same object, right, in the past life. So then it gives it now, now my moment arise as soon as it arises, pass away. So therefore manodora vajjana mind moment arise and pass away. And then there arise first javana mind moment in your heart, passed away, and taking same object. And then second javana mind moment there arise and passed away. And third mind moment arise and passed away. And fourth mind moment arise and passed away. Then fifth javana arise and passed away, taking same object. But this is in the past life, right? You can see your right side. This is the past life. So this last fifth, right? Fifth impulsion, or the javana, what is called in Pali javana. This fifth impulsion, mind movement. That means you have mind and the mental factors. Let's say this is 33 mental factors as well as one mind. So how many? 34. So these are equal to the sankhara. These mental factors and the mind, Buddha called sankhara, formations, right? Those are the formations. Those formation having karmic power. So red one, you can see red arrow, that is the karmic power. So this karmic power, now you can understand this, go now down. So this karmic power you have in the left side, right? In the left side you have karmic power. That karmic power having 34 karmic power, right? So this 34 karmic power gives the patisandhi chitta. Patisandhi chitta means that is actually this is not death mind moment. You need to send a rebirth linking mind moment. So you need to erase this death mind moment, right? In the karmic power side, sorry, patisandhi chitta, you need to do the rebirth linking mind moment is the correct that what has happened, this chuti chitta death mind moment, you have another arrow, right? The right side arrow, you have chuti chitta death mind moment, it has come to here, right? It is a mistake. So anyway, this is the rebirth linking mind moment, right? Rebirth linking mind moment, not the death. Right? You need to understand it here. And anyway, this rebirth linking mind movement, rebirth linking mind movement give you a new bhavanga in this life, right? New bhavanga, taking the same object, right? Same object means bhavanga also take the patisandhi or the rebirth linking mind movement object, and this object is same as the javana object in the fifth impulsion, right? Fifth impulsion. And then what happened to your previous bhavanga? So previous bhavanga is there in the beginning, and then you keep this in your mind, deep mind. So anyway, your bhavanga is the life continuum. This life continuum arises based on your karmic power. How arises? It arises only in the case of without having any mindset in the heart base, right? If you don't have mindset in the heart base, there arise bhavanga. And if there are no mindset, no any mindsets in the heart base, that means no chitta viti or no mental process, thought process in the heart base, then there arise your bhavanga. That is the duty of your karma, right? Because of your karmic power, their bhavanga arises and pass away, right? Arises and pass away. Arises when there is no chitta viti or the mental process, pass away, bhavanga breakdown because of not having chitta viti in the heart base. So what happened to this bhavanga now? This same bhavanga in the past life become chuti chitta. Chuti chitta means actually same bhavanga, right? Same bhavanga, Buddha called that bhavanga chuti chitta. Why? Death related mind moment. That is the death linking mind moment. So that gives the death in your past life, right? That bhavanga gives the death, calling chuti, right? Chuti chitta, it gives the death. So you, in your past life. Now you can understand that this is so therefore in the case of when you want to see your first past life, right? You want to see first past life here while going back, right? While going back towards the patisandhi mind moment, and then you want to go to the fifth jhana while practicing meditation, right? This mind moment, every mind moments are those are the taking object, mind and the mental factors, right? So those things you must see in the meditation. So if you see the Sankara and karmic power, now two causes find out, right? You just go like that, go up, like go to the Patisandhi, like for example, you go in this very life, you go up to the Patisandhi. For example, you want to go like what happened to the yesterday, right? While seeing, by seeing through the Nama and Rupa, right? Nama and Rupa, you want to go back, right? Go back, like what happened to yesterday. You need to focus your heart. Then your all mentality and the heart base will see through your light you want to produce before you want to produce light, right? Whatever the light you produce, jhana light or the access concentration light, you can, I will explain the thing later on. So you can see your you can see this Patisandhi mind movement in your okay. Now let's say now you what has happened to yesterday to me, like you need to focus that that posture, right? And then day before yesterday, what has happened? What is the Nama Rupa, or what is the mentality and mentality in me? What was like that? You want to go up to the your childhood, let's say up to your childhood, and then up to your uh, like newborn life, and then your mother's womb, right? Mother's womb. In the mother's womb, you can see this Patisandhi mind movement. They arise and pass away, arise and pass away. Patisandhi mind. So this Patisandhi mind movement. After that, you can go back, right, to the fifth jhana mind movement. This is the power of meditation according to the Buddha's teaching. Is if you produce the light, jhana light especially, and the access concentration light, I will explain in future. And you can understand these things very clearly. You can see, right? You can see. With seeing, you produce the confidence, right? Without seeing, you don't have any confidence. So anyway, go back like if you wanna see, you now you know Sankara and karmic power, and but still you don't have Avijja, Tanha, Upadana like thing. So they are so now you know this is the Kusala mental process. But before Kusala mental process, you have Upadana mental process, right? Upadana means your clinging mental process. Then before that you have your craving mental process, Tanha, and then before that you have Avijja mental process. So then all mental process you want to go back, right? You want to go back and see how this mental mind and the mental factor acts, as well as your heart base act. What is the way, like thing, everything you can see. So keep finding out all the thing. You need to consider now. Okay, these are the five causes in me in the past life. Now, based on this causing this past five causes, so only my five aggregate comes up. So you need to meditate. That means you need to see your Patisandhi. That is the starting point of your this life, and take those Avijja. Avijja is the cause, and then Patisandhi mind movement is the result, right? Avijja is the cause. Patisandhi mental factor are the result. Like that. You need to go, right? You need to see. You need to go to the cause, and you need to go to the phala or the results. Like that. You need to, if you did this thing like your past life, this life, and future lives also, right? Future lives, because if you till you attain arahantship, you have multiple future lives. So you need to go like that, right? So if you see like now this very life you are accumulating another sankhara, right, good or bad, and then based on this sankhara which keep the karmic power. So this karmic power again gives you another birth, right? Another birth to you till arahantship. So this thing happen, and those things want to be seen as if seen by your eye. You need to see by your meditation mind. So Buddha said, so therefore this is the Samudaya Satchidhamma, right? Cause finding knowledge, Samudaya Satchidhamma, or cause discerning knowledge. So now you have your Dukkha Satchidhamma, as well as Samudaya Satya Dhamma, now you have like a materiality and mentality. And then only you can do the insight meditation. Okay, now we just discuss those things, and let's see now what is your path up to Nibbāna, right? What's your path up to Nibbāna? Actually, Buddha said in the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, right? If you have time, please go to my Buddha's Mahasatipatthana Sutta. I have given many Dhamma talks, many Dhamma talks about Mahasatipatthana Sutta. So it gives in this way. So you go to the Ekayano Maggo, right? Ekayano Maggo, one and only path towards the Nibbāna, right? So now you know this is the way Buddha gave this Dhamma talk in the Mahasatipatthana Sutta. Ekayano Ekayano ayam bhikkhave maggo sattana visuddhiya soka paridevanam samatikkamaya dukkha domanassanam attangamaya nyayasa adhigamaya nibbānasa saccikiriyaya yadidan chattaro satipatthana. What is the meaning? Bhikkhave means the monk. Buddha usually called to the monk. Why? Buddha always associated the monk. But monk, the population monk are so therefore having intimate relation to it, the Buddha. So Buddha used the Dhamma talk to the Buddha, but to you also this Dhamma talk are very common because monk doesn't have any different meditation technique, and the lay devotees doesn't have any different meditation technique. Both want to go how Buddha went in this meditation. I explained just before. So this is the way to go. Anyway, to you also meditator, right? So then monk, this is the one and only path. Ekayano maggo. Ekayano ayam bhikkhave maggo. This is the one and only path. Sattanam visuddhya. For the purification of the beings. Right? For the purification of the being means from what you want to purify, you want to purify from your defilement. Right? What are the defilement? Basically, you have lobha, dosa, moha. Lobha means the craving, dosa means the hatred, you know. Or we can say another names also. We can say aversion, and then ill will, like that. Many meaning, right? Animosity, many meaning. You have hatred, like that. Hatred. You need to purify from the hatred, and then moha is the avijja, right? Avijja or the ignorance, right? Aversion, delusion, like thing. So sattanam visuddhya means to get the purification. For the purification of the beings, you need to, this is the Ekayana Magga, right? For the purification of the being, this is the one and only path. And then Soka Paridevanam Attangamaya, Samatikkamaya, right? Samatikkamaya means overcoming. So overcoming of the Soka means the sorrow. And then Parideva means the lamentation. Then to overcome, so for the overcoming of sorrow and the lamentation. So this is the Ekayana Magga, or the one and only path. And dukkha domanassanam attangamaya. Attangamaya means disappearance. For the disappearance of dukkha, pain, and the domanassa, grief. So for the disappearance of the pain and the grief in your five aggregate, this is the one and only path. Ekayano ayam bhikkhave maggo, right? This is the one and only path. And then nyayasa adhikamaya. Adhikamaya means to understand penetratively. Penetrative understand of the, for the penetrative understand of the nyaya. Nyaya means, you know, this is the Arya Attangika Magga. Arya Attangika Magga is the nyaya. In this Buddha's teaching, Arya Attangika Magga, what is called nyaya, right? So for the penetrative understanding of this Arya Attangika Magga, or the Noble Eightfold Path, I will explain those things. Noble Eightfold Path, this is the one and only path. Ekayano Maggo, right? Ekayano Maggo. This is the one and only path. Again, lastly, Buddha says, Nibbānasa saccikiriyaya. Saccikiriyaya means for the accomplishment, for the realization, right? For the realization, for the accomplishment of Nibbāna. Nibbāna. Why for the accomplishment of Nibbāna? This is the Ekayano Maggo, one and only path. Right? So why to reach to the Nibbāna only? Another object doesn't mention. What's the reason? Because this is also very important. In the Lokuttara world, or the supramundane world, if you attain to the Nibbāna, that means you have one and only object, right? No any other object in the supramundane world. In the mundane world, only we have many objects, multiple objects, bunch of objects we have. So, for example, we take objects from our eye, ear, and then nose, tongue, body, and the mind. We take many different subjects. So we just some objects they we respond or we react to some object with the hatred mindset, lustful mindset, and sometimes with wisdom. That means to the wholesome, but most oftenly we react towards the unwholesome side. So therefore we in the mundane world we have different multiple objects, but those objects are not peaceful. Not any objects are peaceful. So, but this supramundane world, you have one and only object. That is what is called Nibbāna. Nibbāna is the object that can be taken by your path knowledge, Magga Jnana, and thereafter fruition knowledge, what is called Phala Jnana. And before that also this Nibbāna is Nibbāna caught by another mindset, what is called Gotra Jnana, the change of lineage mind movement. Right? It also takes the Nibbāna as an object. So then only 3 mind movement takes the Nibbāna as an object. So then this is the one and only object on the supramundane world. If you attain the last path knowledge, Arahant path knowledge, if you attain and if you take the Nibbāna as object, then your whole defilements, raga, desa, moha, or the craving and craving, hatred as well as ill will, and then moha, like thing, all the ignorance will vanish, definitely vanish without remainder. So therefore you become Arya, noble person. So that's what it is called Nibbāna Satyagraha. For the accomplishment of the Nibbāna, this is the one and only path. Yadidan Chattaro Satipatthana. Actually, this is in the Satipatthana Sutta. So therefore, this is the. So what are they? Yadidam mean namely Chattaro Satipatthana, 4 folds of mindfulness. Four foundation of the mindfulness. Those are the things. But I'm not going to explain that Satipatthana today. But I need to go to what are these? If you do this one and only path, that means you need to see if you want to see if you want to become the beings without having any defilement, no defilement at all, without remainder your defilement cease or your defilement eliminated. So that is you need a good concentration. That is what's called Panya Loka or the Jnana Loka. So basically you need to produce how you want to attain the Panya Loka. You need to do the Samatha meditation. What are the Samatha? Samatha means tranquility or serenity. So if your mind becomes tranquil, or if your mind becomes serene, then what happens? Your mind becomes still, and they are produce very good light in front of you. That is the Jnana Loka, as Buddha taught in many suttas. I focus one sutta only, Abha Sutta. Now, anyway, if you go in this one and only path, so you achieve 7 advantages. So those are the advantages for the purification of the beings, disappearance of the sorrow, disappearance of the lamentation, overcome of the pain, and overcome of the despair or the displeasure or the grief like thing, realization of Noble Eightfold Path, and then to establish the one and only peaceful object of the supramundane world, that is the Nibbāna, right? Nibbāna. So basically, we want to see what is this Noble Eightfold Path. Buddha said, this is the Arya Attangika Magga. Arya Attangika Magga, that is the Noble Eightfold Path. So Noble Eightfold Path has 8 factors. So the left side is you have Pali, and then right side you have English. So Samma Ditti, right view. Samma Ditti is the right view. And Samma Sankappa, right thought. Right thought. That is what is called Panya Sikha in Pali. Panya training. Training of the wisdom. Wisdom training. So what is this Samma Ditti, right view? That means I basically explain this thing. If you see through the light in front of you while practicing meditation, in front of you there arise good light. There arise good light. So this good light, very brilliant, bright and radiant. So based on this light or supporting this light, you need to see your 5 aggregate. If you see your 5 aggregate like Rupa Khanda or the materiality aggregate, if you see Rupa Kalapa and you need to focus your Rupa Kalapa means teeny tiny like subatomic particles. These subatomic particles, you have 8 types of materiality, 9 types of materiality, and 10 types of materiality. But now all materiality, if you focus your body, you can see through your light, right? Like a screen, like a phone screen in front of you, right? You can see everything. So like a laptop screen in front of you, you can see. So anyway, if you see this thing means your 5 aggregate and their causes thereafter. If you see this thing, this is the Samma Ditti, right view, by way of the meditation only. So if you see by way of your meditation mind, your Patavi element in your Rupa Kalapa, subatomic particles, so that is Samma Ditti, right? If you see your Apo element or the Vada element, that is the Samma Ditti. If you see every materiality, that is Samma Ditti. If you see your mind, that is the Samma Ditti, right? If you see your mental factor, that is the Samma Ditti. So this two, now you know this Samma Ditti or the right view, this is the Panya Chetasika, or this is the wisdom Chetasika, or wisdom mental factor. So this wisdom mental factor penetratively understand what is that very correctly, right? Very correctly that understands what is that. Is that Patavi, Apo, O, Taijo, like that? It can be understand. It can understand what is that. So then, this is the right view. So now before to understand, every time your mind want to be lifted towards the object, right? Again and again, your mind wants to be lifted again and again towards the object with the Panya Chetasika or the wisdom faculty, right? Wisdom faculty. So that is what's called Vitakka, right? Vitakka or the initial application. So you need to initial apply every time again and again towards the object to see this, to see what is that, right? For example, if you see the Rupa Kalapa in front of you while taking the object, and this Rupa Kalapa you won't analyze, right? So while analyzing, you need your wisdom faculty penetratively understand that. But before that, it gives support, right? It's supported by your Vitakka Chetasika. Vitakka means the initial lifting towards the mind, right? Arammana Abhinirupana Lakkana. That means there is Vitakka lifts mind towards the object every time, again and again. Before that mind movement break up, you need to again and again lift your mind towards the object. So that is what's called right thought, right? Samma Sankappa. So without these two mental factors, that means you never can see the truth of this Dhamma. So therefore, Buddha, those mental factors, or the Samma Ditti and the Samma Sankappa, like two mental factors or two factors of the Aryatangamagga, put first, right? Put first to the Aryatangamagga, because if you do not know these things, you want to be restrained with your sila or the morality. So therefore, thereafter Buddha mentioned, you need to protect your sila, sila or the morality. If you do not protect your morality, you can't achieve those things. So this is what's called Samma Vacha, the third one, right speech, and Samma Kammanta, right action, and Samma Ajiva, right livelihood. So those are the what is called Sila Sikha, morality training, or virtue training, you can say. And if you do not, then if you protect your sila, then how you want to see? You need to produce jhana, or you need to produce a good light in front of you. Otherwise, with the darkness, you can't see everything. You can see nothing actually, right? You can see those whatever I explained, dukkha satya dhamma and the samudaye satya dhamma, or the five aggregate and the causes of five aggregate, you can see. So therefore, you need to have good concentration. So if you don't have good effort to produce this concentration, you can see the truth. So therefore, that is what's called samma vaya. If you have that energy or the efforts, then you can produce the good life. So then that is what's called samma vaya. And then right mindfulness, or the samma sati. Without right mindfulness, you cannot produce the jhana. You cannot even come into the little bit of concentration. And then samma samadhi, right concentration. Right concentration is the samma samadhi. In the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, I did not mention here this samma samadhi. What is this samma samadhi? Buddha said in this way: first jhana, Patama jhana, Dutiya jhana, Tatya jhana, Chatutta jhana. This is the Samma Samadhi, Buddha said. So first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana are the Samma Samadhi. Right? So therefore, you need to basically produce jhana to attain the Samma Samadhi state. So without Samma Samadhi, you never can reach to the right view and right thought. Why? You can't see anything. And without having your perfect sila or the morality, you can see those good dhamma. So therefore, this is the way Buddha mentioned those things. Those things in Aryatangiga Magga. And you know what is that is the right concentration. So that basically you need to produce what produce? You need to produce the good concentration. So good concentration is the jhana concentration Buddha especially mentioned here. Okay, now you can understand Samma Ditti, right view. Here it mentioned in this way, Samma Ditti, to discern dukkha satya dhamma, that means five aggregate, you know now. Samudaya satya dhamma, to discern the dukkha satya dhamma, or to discern the five aggregate and their causes, right? Samudaya satya dhamma means paticca samuppada, causes, what is called causes and relationship. Causes and its relationship, what is called paticca samuppada, or we can say dependent origination. Dependent origination. So paticca samuppada, or five aggregate, as well as you can understand that is the samudaya satya dhamma, cause of your dukkha satya dhamma, or cause of five aggregate. Those are the object of vipassana, right? You need to understand those are the object of vipassana. If you do not have object, you can practice vipassana. So therefore, keep in mind that this is very important. Again, the vitakka chetasika. What vitakka chetasika means? Initial application. Lift mind towards the object, right? This vitakka, I told this thing. Vitakka mental factor lifts towards lift mind towards the object. So then object of vipassana, right? Object means object of vipassana. Even object of vipassana here. Yeah, this is the lastly I told this Arammana, Apiniropana, Lakkana, initial lifting towards the object, that is the meaning, right? Arammana, Apiniropana, Lakkana. So again, I want to tell now you have you go to okay, how you want to practice. Basically, you now know you need to have a mind made jhana light, especially in front of you. If you do not have brilliant, bright, and radiant jhana light, you can realize Nibbāna. This, that means you cannot touch the one and only path towards the Nibbāna. And again, as well as this. So therefore, basically, you want to produce jhana. If you don't, you cannot produce. If you do not have ability to produce the jhana, you can just focus the object or the subject of the meditation to produce another concentration, not the jhana concentration, another concentration. Before the jhana concentration, you have another good concentration, what is called upachara samadhi, or the access concentration. So this upachara samadhi means that is also a very big, powerful light. It after upachara samadhi, you may in the jhana object you have jhana concentration, but some object you never can produce jhana, right? So what are they? So then upachara samadhi, that is the upachara samadhi. It is what's called upachara samadhi, access concentration. You have 8 types of access concentration. You can have 8 types of object that produce upachara concentration. The first one is Chatudhatu Vavatthana meditation, right? Chatudhatu Vavatthana Bhavana, the 4-element meditation, right? 4-element meditation, that is the Chatudhatu Vavatthana meditation. That means 4-element means taking your Pathavi element, Apo element, Tejo element, and Vayu element. That means Pathavi Dhatu, Apo Dhatu, Tejo Dhatu, Vayu Dhatu. You can make this meditation up to see the Rupa Kalapa. And not only that, you need to analyze this Rupa Kalapa up to its Paramattha level. So this is the Chatudhatu Vavatthana meditation, that is the 4-element meditation. So this 4-element meditation, reach up to the upachara concentration or the access concentration only. And then you have another Anusati meditations. You have Anusati means like Buddha Anusati. Buddha Anusati means taking the Buddha's qualities or the attributes. You can produce up to upachara concentration only, no jhana concentration. Those 4-element meditation, so no jhana concentration. So Dhamma Anusati, taking the quality of Dhamma, especially Nibbāna, right? And then, every Dhamma, right? Like Dhamma means Ariyatangi Magga also Dhamma, Four Noble Truths also Dhamma, and your Vipassana Jnana also Dhamma, Patisambhida Jnana also Dhamma, taking Paticca Samuppada also Dhamma. So then, taking the qualities or attributes of the Dhamma, you can produce up to upachara concentration. And the Sangha Anusati. Sangha Anusati means taking the qualities of the noble Sangha, like Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, Arihata. Sotapanna means, that is a stream entry people, and then Sakadagami, once returner, then Anagami, non-returner, and then you have Arahant, that is a full enlightenment, right? Arya people. So taking those people's attribute, you can produce up to upachara concentration. And then Chaga Anusati means whatever you offered to somebody and you reflect that, and then you can attain to the upachara concentration. And Devata Anusati means whatever the Deva has good quality, 5 quality Deva has, and then you compare your qualities with Deva, and then you can attain to the upachara concentration. These will be coming in the Visuddhimagga, so you can hear this thing. And the Sila Anusati, whatever your Sila, you protect 5 Sila or the 8 precepts or some another precepts. So reflecting on your Sila, you can attain only upachara concentration. And Marana Anusati again. Marana Anusati means reflecting on your dead body, death, right? Not the dead body, death. You can attain up to upachara concentration only. And then Upasama Anusati. Upasama Anusati means that is the Seventh one means upachara concentration. This is the seventh meditation subject to attain upachara concentration. So this is the upasama means Nibbāna, right? Taking the Nibbāna quality of the Nibbāna, you can produce up to the upachara concentration. And then other one is the ahare particular sanya actually here. Particular manasikara mean ahare particular manasikara. Particular mean repulsiveness. You need to reflect your food as repulsive. So then you can reach up to the upachara concentration only. And then we just see what are the jhana object, right? Samma samadhi, the right concentration. What is the jhana object? You have 4 jhana, right? First jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana. That is what is called rupavachara jhana, the fine material jhana, rupavachara jhana. And then thereafter, after producing only rupavachara jhana, after developing the rupavachara jhana, you can produce arupavachara jhana. That is the immaterial concentration, right? Immaterial concentration. So what are the immaterial concentration? So 5th jhana, right? Akasa nanchayatana jhana, base of boundless space, right? This is the Akasananchayatana jhana. And then 6th jhana is the Vinyananchayatana jhana, base of boundless consciousness. The first one is base of boundless space, the other one is base of boundless consciousness. And the 7th one is Akinchanyayatana jhana, that is the base of nothingness. And then the last one is the 8th jhana, Nevasanya Nasanyayatana jhana, that means base of neither perception, no non-perception, no non-perception. So that is the Nevasanya Nasanyayatana jhana. So again you have Kamavachara Upachara Samadhi also, right concentration. If you talking about the right concentration, we need to take this Kamavachara Upachara Samadhi also. We just discussed those things. Access concentration. So this is the Samma Samadhi, right? Buddha told only 4 jhana, but if you attain to the 4 jhana, you can attain to the 8 jhana. If you attain to the first jhana, you just before that you have upachara concentration. So this upachara concentration also, you can see the Nibbāna as a Suddha Vipassaka, right? Suddha Vipassaka. Suddha Vipassaka means the meditator, pure insight meditator without practicing jhana meditation subject. So that is the Suddha Vipassaka. Samatha Yanika Vipassaka means that meditator first produce jhana and then he does that dukkha satya dhamma, finding out your 5 aggregate, find out your causes of 5 aggregate, like that. So we can go after producing jhana. Actually, Buddha also told to the people or the devotees of him, please produce jhana. Maybe if you search your Tipitaka, you can understand you have maybe I'm sure, very sure, 99.9 you have jhana sutta, right? Sutta regarding jhana. That means absorption concentration, or we can say appana concentration in Pali, appana samadhi. So Buddha mentioned many suttas to please produce jhana and go. So you need to go in this way therefore. Again, now you know what is the upachara, what is the Noble Eightfold Path. So this Noble Eightfold Path, again we have another slide. Okay, first slide. The first slide you have the description of first slide, the what is called the access concentration slide. You have in this way, you have 10 types of meditation subject to produce access concentration. I explained those things, so you please keep listening. And now you have Noble Eightfold Path. This Noble Eightfold Path totally depend on your 7 types of purifications. What is this called? Sattva Visuddhi. 7 types of purification only you can produce this thing. So what is this Sattva Visuddhi? That means if you want to produce Ariyattangika Magga, practice Ariyattangika Magga or Noble Eightfold Path, you need to practice these 7 types of Visuddhi or 7 types of purification. So the first purification, Sila Visuddhi, morality purification. And then the second one is Chitta Visuddhi, the concentration purification. And Ditti Visuddhi is the third, view purification. Now you know what view? Samadhi view. You need to see your five aggregate, you need to see your causes of five aggregate, and this is the view purification, right? If you see the five aggregate, that is the view purification. And Kanka Vitarana Visuddhi, doubt overcoming purification. If you see causes of this very life, and if you compare your first past life to this life and the next life in future, that is what is called in the Vipassana, as a Vipassana jnana, it is what is called Pacchaya Pariggaha jnana, or we can say cause discerning knowledge. So this cause discerning knowledge you want to practice here, right? In this Chitta Visuddhi, Kanka Vitarana Visuddhi, you need to practice cause discerning knowledge. This might take many months, maybe 2 to 3 months. You will take this thing to the view purification. Again, 2 to 3 months you will take, right? Before view purification, you need good concentration. That is the consciousness purification, right? Chitta Visuddhi means you produce jhana, right? Or you produce up to upachara concentration. Otherwise, you can't go on this path. So then, this is let's move again to the Kanka Vitarana Visuddhi. That is the doubt overcoming purification. Practice your samadhi satya dhamma, right? And then Magga Jnana Darsana Visuddhi. Magga means Magga plus Amagga become Magga. That means Jnana Darsana means knowledge and vision, right? Knowledge and vision. Visuddhi means the purification. So then we can say path and non-path, knowledge and vision purification. Magga Jnana Darsana Visuddhi. Here only you can start Vipassana. In the about according to the 7 Visuddhi, you can start Vipassana in here. What is Vipassana? Vipassana means taking your Dukkha Satya Dhamma and the Samudaye Satya Dhamma. Now you know the nature of this Dukkha Satya Dhamma and the Samudaye Satya Dhamma. That means they always arise, always pass away. Like I told, many features there. So based on those features and based on Dukkha Satya Dhamma and the Samudaye Satya Dhamma, if you practice, they are taking the natural features, taking the common features, general features, you can practice them as anicca for a long time, dukkha for a long time, anatta for a long time, by seeing in front of your life. So that is what is called vipassana, right? So then now your third Visuddhi, Ditti Visuddhi, view purification, you mean your five aggregate. That means your Dukkha Satya Dhamma. You taking your five aggregate Dhamma, and that means view purification Dhamma, and then taking doubt overcoming purification Dhamma. Dhamma means the phenomena. For example, you have your mentality. So mentality means always arise, always pass away. So therefore they are phenomena. And in your materiality also, they always arise, always pass away. So therefore they are the phenomena. The phenomena, another meaning also we have, like marvelous, like meaning. So we don't take that meaning. The phenomena meaning, that is the thing here. You need to take. And let's move to so therefore this, keep in mind, fifth Visuddhi, if you attain to the fifth Visuddhi, only you can do the Vipassana meditation, insight meditation. Sixth Visuddhi is the Patipada Jnana Darsana Visuddhi. That means practice knowledge and vision purification. Practice knowledge and vision purification means this is the Patipada Jnana Darsana Visuddhi. So again, you have 7 Visuddhi. Jnana Darsana Visuddhi. Jnana Darsana Visuddhi means knowledge and vision purification. Actually, this is the Jnana Darsana Visuddhi means you attain to the Nibbāna, right? Nibbāna by way of any path. So for example, Sotapanna path knowledge, or your Sakadagami, Anagami, Arahant path knowledge. If you attain Nibbāna, that is the Jnana Darsana Visuddhi. So therefore, all 6 are before Nibbāna. The 7th Visuddhi is the Nibbāna, Visuddhi of the Nibbāna. So therefore, Buddha mentioned the Sila Visuddhi up to the 6th Visuddhi, Patipada Jnana Darsana Visuddhi, is the preliminary part of this meditation. Pubbha Bhaga Patipada. So we go to the next slide. So therefore, Pubbha Bhaga Patipada. So 7th Visuddhi is meditator sees the Nibbāna, so that is the upper Bhaga Patipada, right? Okay, now let's go Pubba Bhaga Patipada, means preliminary part of this meditation. So this is what is called Sila Visuddhi, Chitta Visuddhi, Ditti Visuddhi, Kankha Vitarana Visuddhi, Magga Magga Jnana Darsana Visuddhi, Patipada Jnana Darsana Visuddhi. That means morality purification, consciousness purification, that means to attain jhana or to attain to the upachara concentration. View purification, doubt overcoming purification, and then you have path and non-path, knowledge and vision purification. So those are the preliminary part of this meditation practice. That is the Puppa Bhaga Patipada in Pali. And then you have Upper Bhaga Patipada. I told this the seventh Visuddhi. This the Nibbāna is the object, this Upper Bhaga Patipada. Magga Pala, that means path and the fruition knowledge. Nibbāna, Magga Pala are the Upper Bhaga Patipada. As well as I need to know here, I need to mention here, reviewing knowledge also. Reviewing knowledge means if you attain to the Magga and Pala or the Nibbāna, you need to review everything. After attaining. So that is also should include here that in the Apara Bhaga Patipada, under section of the Apara Bhaga Patipada. Okay, what is this Sila Visuddhi? Sila Visuddhi, what is this Sila Visuddhi? Morality purification. Actually, that is again what is called Sila Sikha, morality aggregate. So again, aggregate wise, it is what is called morality aggregate, right? And if you produce Chitta Visuddhi or the consciousnus purification, that means you attain to the jhana and upachara concentration. So that is what's called Samadhi Sikha. So then Aryatangiga Magga also you have Sila Sikha, Samadhi Sikha. So then this is what is called Samadhi Sikha, because then what is this upachara concentration mean? I told here Chitta Visuddhi means you want to attain jhana as well as upachara concentration. What is this Chitta Visuddhi? The meaning of Chitta Visuddhi mentioned in the commentary in this way. Sa upachara appana Chitta Visuddhi nama. What is the meaning of this Chitta Visuddhi? That means sa upachara, including the upachara concentration, appana. Appana means the jhana concentration up to the 8 attainment. Right? I described the 8 attainment there. So then up to the 8 attainment, if you have jhana, that is your Chitta Visuddhi. Or if you do not produce jhana, and if you attain to the upachara concentration by way of especially for element meditation or even another meditation also, I mentioned 10 types of upachara concentration meditations. So that is your Chitta Visuddhi. Without attaining to the such a type of highest concentration, you never practice. You can never practice vipassana. So keep it in mind. This is very important point. So yeah, now you know this is according to the Aryatangiga Magga, Samma Vayama, Samma Sati, Samma Samadhi. That means Samma Vayama means right mind, right effort, and right mindfulness and right concentration. Therefore, this is in Aryatangiga Magga, and this 7 Visuddhi are the same, right? In the Aryatangiga Magga also Sila Visuddhi we have this. Sila Visuddhi means we can morality aggregate. Here also you have Samma Samadhi also. So Samma Samadhi and Chitta Visuddhi are the same. Yeah. And again, so therefore we can make this slide in this way. That means in the 7 types of purification, you have Sila Sikha, Samadhi Sikha, and Panya Sikha. So you go to the another slide, right? Go another slide. So see, and Sila Sikha means your Sila Visuddhi or your morality purification. Chitta Visuddhi means you want to produce consciousness purification. Basically, consciousness purification means you need to attain jhana concentration or the access concentration. So other Ditti Visuddhi, view purification, and view purification means you have 5 aggregate. You need to discern your 5 aggregate. So that is the Dukkha Satchidam. And Kankha Vitarana Visuddhi, there is the 4th Visuddhi, right? 4th Visuddhi. This is the doubt overcoming purification. That means you need to practice Samudaya Satchidamma. That means Paticca Samuppada. Or in the dependent origination is the term in the English. This is the Pali term. English term is dependent origination. Now, Magga Magga Jnana Darsana Visuddhi. What is that? Path and non-path, knowledge and vision purification.
And then you have another Patipada Jnana Darsana Visuddhi, practice knowledge and vision purification. And then you have Jnana Darsana Visuddhi, knowledge and vision purification. That is what is called Panya Sikha. Those are all including to the Panya. Panya means, now you can understand, Panya means your wisdom training, right? Sikha means training. So Sila training or the morality training, Samadhi training, and Panya training. So now you know, so this Ariyattangika Magga and in 7 Visuddhi are the same. No different, name only different, right? Name only different. This is the Buddha's teaching. Okay. But how you want to practice? So how you want to practice? That means how you want to practice Ariyattangika Magga, it's based on the 7 Visuddhi. In this way, you want to find out. How you need to practice Ariyattangika Magga? You need to based on the 7 Visuddhi or Sattva Visuddhi or 7 types of purification. So this purification totally depend on 16 steps of Vipassana Jnana. Right? Vipassana Jnana. So then Vipassana Jnana means inside knowledges. So 16 types of stages of Vipassana knowledges we have. So what are they? You need to actually, if you want to go on this path, you need to just recite this thing every day. What is that? What is that? Like the 16 types of Vipassana Jnana, 7 types of Visuddhi, Ariyattangika Magga. Those things you need to recite and take into the mind. The first one is, according to the Vipassana Jnana, the first one is Nama Rupa Parichheda Jnana. Mentality, materiality, definition, knowledge. Mentality, materiality, definition, knowledge is the Nama Rupa Parichheda Jnana. So what is that? Nama Rupa Parichheda Jnana means, I explain, right? I explain what is Nama, what is Rupa. That means your 5 aggregate, right? You need to practice your 5 aggregate. That means in the 7 Visuddhi, there is the Ditthi Visuddhi, no? In this 16 types of Vipassana Jnana, in the 7 types of Visuddhi, if you go there, you can understand this is the Ditthi Visuddhi. If you want to see your 5 aggregate, and if you see the 5 aggregate, if you saw the 5 aggregate, then that is your Ditthi Visuddhi. That means your Nama Rupa Parichheda Jnana, mentality, materiality, definition, knowledge. And if you practice Nama Rupa Parichheda Jnana, only you are eligible to practice Paccaya Pariggaha Jnana. What is that? Cause discerning knowledge. Cause discerning knowledge. So this is the Paccaya Pariggaha Jnana. That means you need to go back to your past life and find out your causes. What are the causes? What are the 5 causes? So find it out, and then practice this Paticca Samuppada or dependent origination. That is what's called Paccaya Pariggaha Jnana. And if you actually did these things, you Nama Rupa Parichheda Jnana as well as Paccaya Pariggaha Jnana, that means your 5 aggregate you find out, and then your causes of 5 aggregate you found out, if you found out, and then only you are eligible to do the Vipassana. Otherwise, don't do the Vipassana, right? Actually, still you are not suitable. Why? Before that, you need to do this thing. For all Dukkha Satya Dhamma and all Samudaya Satya Dhamma, you need to practice Lakhanadi Chatukka. Lakhanadi Chatukka means 4 defining devices, right? Lakhanadi Chatukka means 4 defining devices related to the natural features, right? Like natural features. For example, Lakhana means the characteristic. And then you have rasa, function. And you have again Pachupattana, or the manifestation. And you have proximate cause. So proximate cause of this Nama and Rupa, right? Lakhana of the characteristic of this Nama and Rupa, mentality and materiality. And then rasa, or the function of this mentality and materiality, how it manifests your mind, this mentality and materiality. And what is the proximate cause, near cause, very near cause to this materiality and mentality. So that is the Lakhanadi Chatukka. So if you practice Lakhanadi Chatukka for every mental factors, right, every mind and every Paticca Samuppada, Paticca Samuppada means you can understand, you can see, I didn't mention Paticca Samuppada, that means dependent origination. I only took that 5 causes. So you have Avijja Paccaya Sankhara. That means You have avijja, ignorance, I told by going to the first past life, and sankhara. Based on avijja, you produce sankhara. Sankhara means whatever your kusala karma, it gives the sankhara. How many mentality there? That is what is called sankhara. So sankhara gives the karmic power also. So sankhara paccaya vijnana. Because of this sankhara, only your Patisanti mind movement there arose in your mother's womb. So sankhara paccaya vijnana. Vijnana paccaya nama rupa. Nama rupa means whatever the nama, and nama mean mental factor in your Patisanti mind movement, birth linking mind movement. You just go by mind to the birth linking mind movement I just show you. And this birth linking mind movement also, you have rupa. Rupa mean your what called your karmic karma born materiality also they are arise. So that therefore nama and rupa like that paticca samuppada you need to practice. For example, avijja paccaya sankhara, because of avijja your sankhara arises. Sankhara paccaya vijnana, because of your vijnana, because of your sankhara vijnana, patisanti vijnana arises. And because of Patisanti Vijnana, your Nama and Rupa arises, mentality and materiality of this Patisanti mind movement arises. And then because of this Nama Rupa, Salayatana arises. Salayatana means 6 bases, right? 6 bases arises, like eye base, or eye do, ear do, body do, tongue do, and nose do, they arise. 6 doors, right? Mind do. That is the Avijja. And then you have Namarupa paccaya salayatana. Salayatana paccaya passa. Passa means every salayatana. That means wherever there arise mind, they are in the mind. That means mind movement arise. Mental processes are going on. So this every time you need to contact with your object, right? One mental factor, you need to contact with the object. That is what's called passa. So passa paccaya vedana. Passa paccaya vedana means based on this passa or the contact, then there arise feeling like experiencing your object, right? Each mind movement, you have Vedana aggregate. That Vedana aggregate or the mental factor experience your object, whether it is pleasant object or painful object or neutral object, like you can understand, right? So that is what's called Passa Paccaya Vedana, right? And Vedana Paccaya Tanha. Based on this Vedana, there arise Tanha, right? Because of if you feel good object, right? If you see the good object, then you arises lustful feeling. And if you undesirable object, if you see, then there arise hatred or something like that, or moha or something like that. That's the way. And then tanha paccaya upadana. Upadana means, this is the upadana means, this is the clinging. I explained this thing. Upadana paccaya bhava. Based on this upadana, there again your karmic power arises, right? Karmic power arises. And then upadana paccaya bhava, and bhava paccaya jati. Again you have birth, and bhava paccaya jati, right? Jati means actually upadana paccaya bhava, bhava paccaya jati, right? Bhava paccaya jati. That means because based on this karmic power, again your rebirth comes up. Jati paccaya jara marana. Again, if you have jati, you definitely will die. And marana, jara marana. Before marana, you want to aging. You want to experience your aging. So in that way, you need to fulfill your paccaya pariggaha jnana. Paccaya pariggaha jnana, cause discerning knowledge. So that is what's called paticca samuppada. Okay, now if you practice those things, paticca samuppada also, paticca samuppada, so basically you have 12 factors. Avijja paccaya sankhara, like 12 factors up to jara marana. So these 12 factors as well as your 52 mental factors, and then your mind, 89 kinds of mind, and if you see your every kinds of rupa, materiality, so then only you materiality, if you practice by way of these 4 defining devices, like Lakkana, Rasa, Pachupatana, Padatana, then only you are very eligible to practice Vipassana. Otherwise, you can't realize Nibbāna. So keep in mind, this information are very important. Now, what is this Sammasana Jnana? After Paccayapariggha Jnana, so now you know, this is the starting of Vipassana, right? Starting of insight meditation, starting point of Vipassana. You can see as a red line, starting point of Vipassana. So what is this Sammasana knowledge? Sammasana knowledge means you need to have object of Vipassana. Now you are fulfilled of Vipassana. For example, if you practice your Namarupa Parichajnana, that is the Dukkha Satya Dhamma, and this is the 5 aggregate, then those are the object of Vipassana. And if you practice Paccayapariggha Jnana, cause discerning knowledge, this is the Samudaya Satya Dhamma or the Paccayya Samuppada, and this is the object of Vipassana. So if you have object of Vipassana, take object, one object after the another, Dukkha Satya Dhamma or the Samudaya Satya Dhamma. You can't object those two Dhamma simultaneously. So different times, separately you will need to take those Dukkha Satya Dhamma as well as the Samudaya Satya Dhamma to practice Vipassana. So what is the Sammasana Jnana mean? So I wrote down here in this way, knowledge of knowing thoroughly the 3 phases like Upada, Titi, Bhanga of the mentality, materiality and their causes as impermanence, suffering and non-self. So that means you take your Dukkha Satya Dhamma, for example, if you focus your Dukkha Satya Dhamma, it comes to the light, right? It comes through the light. You can see through the light, whatever light you produce, jhana light or the upachara light, you can see your Dukkha Satya, whatever you focus Dhamma, you can see. Now they are arising and perish away very, very quickly again and again. So that means that is anicca. So then this is the anicca phenomena. So you can make now Vipassana in this way. Anicca, 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 like many times, right? Maybe one seat you need to one seat, maybe within one seat, let's say you are meditating 2 hours, and then half an hour you need to practice anicca for a long time, and then next half an hour dukkha for a long time, and next half an hour anatta for a long time, and then again anicca for a long time, dukkha for a long time, anatta for a long time. This is the true Vipassana, right? That is what is called Sammasana Jnana, knowledge of the thoroughly doing the Vipassana as anicca dukkha anatta for the Dukkha Satya Dhamma and the Samudaya Satya Dhamma, or other way around, we can say mentality, materiality and their causes. Then you have Udayabhaya Jnana, right? That means arising and passing away, knowledge arising and passing away. That in the Udayabhaya Jnana, you have Taruna Udayabhaya Jnana, tender, right? Tender Udayabhaya Jnana, the arising and perish knowledge, right? Taruna means tender, it's tender, not mature, right? And the Ballava Vipassana, Udayabhaya Jnana. Ballava means the very powerful, strong, arising and perish away knowledge, right? So you need to practice taking Dukkha Satya Dhamma and the Samudaya Satya Dhamma, this knowledge also. Every time, what are the object of Vipassana? The first 2 jnana are the object of Vipassana. And then from the 3rd jnana, you need to practice Vipassana. So after that, you have Bhanga Jnana. Bhanga Jnana means, no. Here, not Bhanga Jnana, it is Bhaya Jnana, right? So you can understand here, number 6 is the Bhaya Jnana. Sorry. Here Bhanga Jnana, right? Bhanga Jnana. After Udayabhaya Jnana, you need to practice Bhanga Jnana. That means taking same object, you need to practice only now in the Sammasana stage, you need to focus or emphasize Upada, Titi, Bhanga, 3 phases of the Nama and Rupa and their causes. In the Udayabhaya Jnana stage, you need to practice only arising and passing away phases only, right? You need to emphasize. And in the Bhanga Jnana stage, you can understand, in the Bhanga Jnana stage, that you need to focus only your passing away phase only. You just forgot about the arising and standing. You focus passing away only, and then practice Vipassana as anicca dukkha. And then with this Bhanga Jnana, because of this Bhanga of the Nama and the Rupa, there arise fire to whole three worlds. For example, karma world or the sensual pleasure, sensual plane, and then your fine material world as well as immaterial world. Or every object, if you can see only Bhanga, then that is what is called Bhanga Jnana. Then you can understand, because based on this Bhanga, there arise fire or the fear or fearfulness towards to your mind. Why you need to get the fear? Why you need to get the fear? That means you don't have any secure stage, right? Any secure place you cannot find in all three worlds. So therefore you feel bias. So after bias, you have Adinava Jnana. Adinava Jnana means actually fault. You can understand the fault of this world, karma world, or sensual pleasure world, and fault of this Rupa world or the material world and the fine material world also. You can understand the faults, your danger. So that knowledge also you want to develop. You want to develop those things. It never comes automatically. It doesn't come. And the eighth vipassana knowledge is Nibbāna. Nibbāna means, that is the disenchantment knowledge. So if you see this nama and rupa always arise, always pass away, like as if seen by the eye, by your meditation mind. That means you don't have to attach, or you just want to, you don't have to enchant of your materiality and mentality and their causes. So then you feel disenchantment. So that is what is called Nibbāna Jnana. And then you have Munchitu Kamyata Jnana. That is what is called liberation, longing knowledge, or we can say knowledge of willing to liberate. Knowledge of willing to liberate. Why willing to liberate? Because you are seeing the every nama and rupa bhanga or the dissolution phase only, or we can say that is a passing away phase only. And but you need to still you have a will to liberate. So therefore, you need to practice. Still, you need to practice. So how you want to practice? You need to practice again. What are the object of vipassana? Take one object of vipassana first, and then take the another object of vipassana. So then, and then practice as Anichidu Kanaka. So therefore, reflection knowledge you need. Reflection. You need to reflect on again. So that is what's called Patisankha Jnana. After Patisankha Jnana, there arise Sankhapekha Jnana. That means formation equanimity knowledge. Formation equanimity knowledge means, formation means, that all dukkha satya dhamma are the formation. All samudaya satya dhamma are the formation. What is called sankhara or formation. So sankhara, now based on this sankhara, you want to make your mind indifferent, or you want to make your mind equanimous. Why? Equanimous means you are seeing your nama and rupa bhanga only. That means dissolution phase only in front of your life. Now, actually, before that you have fear towards this nama and rupa. And again, you have some attachment to this nama and rupa. That means what is called nandi. Right? Nandi means some attachment towards the nama and rupa. So in this Sankharupeka knowledge, you don't have this fearful situation towards the nama and rupa, and you don't have another nandi or the attachment with piti or the attachment with joy for this nama and rupa, right? So that is what is there. In that situation, you want to maintain your equanimity, right? If you want to maintain your equanimity, then it is what is called Sankharupeka Jnana. After Sankharupeka Jnana, you have Anuloma Jnana. That means it bends towards the object. It conforms towards the object. That is what is called conformity knowledge. So after conformity knowledge, you have Gotrabhu Jnana. Gotrabhu Jnana means change of lineage knowledge. That means now actually bends towards the Nibbāna Anuloma Jnana, but it doesn't take the Nibbāna as an object. But this Gotrabhu Jnana takes the Nibbāna as an object, as the object, only object, and this is what is called, so therefore change of lineage. right? Change of lineage. It changed the lineage. For example, if you are in the karma world or the sensual plane, now you change your lineage towards the Arya world. So therefore, change of lineage. Uh, so after changing the change of lineage knowledge, your Magga Jnana arise or the path knowledge arise, taking the Nibbāna. And there arise Phala Jnana, that is the fruition knowledge, taking the object as Nibbāna. And the 16th jnana is the Paccavekkhana jnana, reviewing knowledge. What review? You need to review your path knowledge, you need to review your fruition knowledge, you need to review your object of that is the Nibbāna. And in the Sotapanna state, you need to understand what defilement I removed and what defilement still rest on. And like that, such type of discernment, again, what is called reviewing, right? Reviewing. So, Paccavekkhana jnana. So, this is the way of practice, right? This is the way of practice up to the Nibbāna. So, actually, now, how you want to practice is, you need to practice jhana, right? Jhana. And take jhana object. And another time I will give, if you do not have jhana object, and if you did not follow my Dhamma talk, I will give an object for the jhana. And now actually our time finished now. Maybe, yeah. Okay, now you can ask a little question only, because now here 9:45, I have another works. So you can ask some question. Now 2 hours finish, no? 2 hour and a half.
Yes, Bhanteji. Thank you so much, Bhanteji, for the wonderful discourse. I mean, the teachings are so huge, profound, but you tried to cover it in a concise way. So thank you so much. We can take a one question or two if people have. Please drop it off in the chat window, and we'll be happy to take.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are saying thank you, Bhanteji. It was very enriching and insightful talk.
Sadhu. Okay.
Yeah, so I
Then,
just wanted to add one thing from Bhanteji's discourse. Suraj is asking Bhanteji, can one see future life in the practice?
Yes, can, of course. And for example, how you want to practice, you need to practice first your past life. How you want to go to past life? Through the Nama and Rupa, right? Based on the Nama and Rupa. Before that means you need to practice Nama, Rupa, Paricheda Jnana. Mentality and materiality definition knowledge you need to practice. Through that, you can go to the past life, as well as through Nama and Rupa, that means mentality and materiality knowledge, you can go towards your first future life and many lives up to the Nibbāna. Right?
Yeah. And
yeah.
Okay, so Suraj, maybe you can take it offline as well with Bhanteji for details. But thank you so much, Bhanteji. I think we have one more question. We are going to unmute that person who raised the hand.
Yeah. Thank you, Vinaya. Vandami Bhante, Namo Buddhassa. This is Pankaj.
Mr. Pankaj.
Yeah, what a wonderful discourse, Bhante. Cannot thank you enough. Much gratitude, Bhante. The most gratitude part that I wanted to kind of highlight was that how the discourse was able to connect all the different topics we heard. We hear about Buddha's Dhamma. Sometimes we hear about Arya Tangic Marga or Char Aryas, 4 noble truths, 8 noble path, Paticca Samutpad, Satta Visuddhi, Tilakhana of Anicca Dukkha Anatta, 16 Vipassana Jnana, T Sikkhapada, Sila Sikha Samadhi Panya. All these things, how they get connected towards the path towards Nibbāna was such a wonderful discourse, Bhante. I cannot thank you enough for this. My question is, Bhante, again in the similar line where Suraj asked about the future life, is to why it is essential while practicing this, that we have to go towards a future life. Why not just stop at looking at the past and assume that that's how your future would be?
Yes, why we want to see the future lives? Because without, in the Paticca Samuppada cycle, you have avijja. From the avijja, that means ignorance. Because of the ignorance, you have sankhara, your formation. Like that. Because of the formation, there arise your patisandhi mind. And because of patisandhi mind, there arise patisandhi mentality and materiality. So based on the patisandhi mentality and materiality, that means your conception will give your salayatana, or your total body, total body, and the mind as well as. That means salayatana means six sense doses. And based on these six sense doses, they arise phassa, the contact, then vedana, then tanha, upadana, bhava, and based on this bhava, that means again accumulating sankhara, or the coming power and the sankhara, and then again in the near future you will reborn as some beings, right? Whatever the life you reborn as a future life. So future life means this jara and marana. Jati, jara, marana are the future lives. So this Paticca Samuppada is, so then Avidya and Sankara are in the past life. So this Namarupa up to the Bhava, right? Bhava, it is what is called regarding this very life. And then Jati and Jara Marana, right? Jati and Jara Marana belongs to the future life. So if you did not see your future lives, you cannot cover this Paticca Samuppada, or the dependent origination, or your Samudaya Satchidhamma, finding out of this Samudaya Satchidhamma, you cannot cover. So if you can't cover, then your one jnana is not powerful to attain Nibbāna. No? So you cannot reach Nibbāna. Got it?
So if I may, but Pankaj, what Bhanteji is trying to say is Paticca Samuppada is a dependent origination of these links, whereby we know this is the reason, this is the cause, this is the reason, this is the cause. But Buddha also says if you remove the cause, then the following, result gets vanished, right? So we want to see how it gets vanished. And that can only be possible when you see the future life of how it is going to. So otherwise past life will only tell you what resulted into what, but how do you get rid of it? Coming out of ignorance will get rid of sankharas. Coming out of sankhara will get rid of consciousness. That part can be understood. The reverse Paticca Samuppada can be understood by looking into the future lives. Is that correct, Panditji? Nirbhay?
A little bit correct, but the thing is, you need to know this thing. That means you need to you need to discern fully the Paticca Samuppada. Paticca Samuppada has contained three different lives. For example, past life, this very life, as well as future lives. Paticca Samuppada. What is the future life? Jati and Jara Maran. That means birth and aging and death is related to the future lives, right? Future lives. So if you did not see your future lives, or one life at least, right? You cannot practice this Paticca Samuppada properly, because Paticca Samuppada has three different lives: past life, present life, and the future life. So that's the case. If you did not see your future lives, so you cannot fulfill this Paticca Samuppada, or the dependent origination. That's the thing, basic thing. Thank you for having me, and thank you for the listeners who actually carefully listened and asked questions. So we accumulate kusala, and we just share with the other beings, like what I mentioned here, this the last one. That is a sharing merit. That is a stanza for the sharing merits. We just recite those things.
Idamme punyang asavakhaya hotu. Idamme punyang Nibbānasa pachayo hotu. Mama punyang bhagang sabbe sattanam bhajimi. Te sabbe me samang punyang bhagang bhavantu. Buddha sasanam chiran tithatu. Buddha sasanam chiran tithatu. Buddha sasanam chiran tithatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, Bhante ji.
With your permission, we will conclude the session, Bhante ji.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night, Bhante ji. You have a good one. Thank you so much. once
Yes.
again.
Good night all.